Well, here's something really unfamiliar to me. Republic Commando. Now, this was a game that I had heard about previously, but this game certainly was something I had no idea how to approach this because I always heard that it was kind of like a Call of Duty mixed with Star Wars game, but that was completely different once I actually got to play this game, and I found out that the people who developed this game really liked Halo. And I've also heard that it's like Rainbow Six, but seeing I've never played Rainbow Six, I wouldn't know like what exactly the gameplay is in that game, but I can certainly tell that they really liked Halo when they made this game. So as I mentioned earlier, this game draws a lot of inspiration from Halo. Even the button layouts on the controls for this game are very much similar to Halo. I wouldn't be able to say specifically whether if it's Halo 1 or 2 that they're following, but either way, if you're familiar with Halo, you'll be able to get used to the controls for this game pretty well. And even if you aren't used to those controls, this game allows you to customize the buttons so that way you can put whatever controls you want, do whatever. And for me, I made mine similarly a bit more like what I'm used to, which unfortunately had to be something similar to Call of Duty, but at the same time, there's also some other things that I threw in there just so that it would be a much easier time for me to get through since I'm not a real big fan of old Halo controls. Now, the addition of being able to control your squad mates and tell them what to do throughout the missions was something I really liked. Change the pace of the game so that way it wasn't just another Halo clone or just a regular FPS game. For that, I liked that the AI in this game was actually very good. The AI, they would either take up positions on their own, they would be able to fight off enemies without getting taken down as often. Though there are moments, though, if you have an AI who's been sent to a position, whether if you're sending someone to provide sniper support or if they're providing, anti-armor, and enemies happen to swarm around them, they may get overrun or just like not do anything about the enemy standing by them, and they might end up getting killed as a result. Now, although this game had really good gameplay, the story, on the other hand, it didn't fully get me into this game as much as I had wanted it to. I mean, the characters are great and everything, and also some of the background on the story was good. The only thing, though, it just felt like the story was just really just put onto like how do I explain it? It's like it was really short in how the whole story was progressed, and it's mainly I think it was just due to the fact that although the missions themselves don't take that long to complete, the areas you're in are all just really limited. You're only playing on Geonosis, on an assault ship, and on Kashyyyk, and those are really the only places you play on. And that's been one thing I'm not a fan of in this game, is that it's very limited in terms of your locale. And I mean, some would say that it's there just for consistency and as well for dragging out the gameplay, but I don't know, just me, I prefer to just to see more different locales and maybe something a bit more, something to keep everything visually more interesting, even though the maps themselves, seldom had too many areas where everything looked the same. Who knows, maybe it's just me thinking like that this game should have been more along the lines of Halo, I guess, in terms of its diverse areas maybe. But aside from that, it's still something I was at least interested in. To discuss the multiplayer would be completely redundant, seeing that the servers for Xbox Live have been shut down for years now, and I'm not sure about Steam since this game is available on that, so I'm not sure if the multiplayer is up and running there. But there must have been something with the multiplayer that's given this game more praise than what I've given it. And there's also a lot of people that really love this game as well. Now, there was intended to be a sequel to Republic Commando called Imperial Commando, but the game was ultimately canceled due to low sales projections on the current game, Republic Commando, and also LucasArts wasn't exactly too confident in how Imperial Commando would do if Republic Commando wasn't showing good sales. Now, despite the positive reputation of this game as well as its great following, this game really didn't attach to me like it did with a lot of people. Maybe it was just because of how long it took me to beat the game, simply because of how my time schedule was just for completing the game, as well as just making it just felt like the game overall just felt longer to me, even though a lot of people say that this game was too short and it was too quick to complete. And I played this game on normal, so this game may have taken me around maybe like 8 hours to complete. Others, it may have been shorter for them depending on their difficulty. But aside from that, it's just something it may need to grow on me more, through more replay of the game. But overall, I think this game is actually worth playing. It's worth finding at any store, which shouldn't be too expensive. I may have picked up this game for like maybe like 15 bucks. And with that, this is Matt from Studio 41, and I'm out of here.